let's go outside and talk about our visibility possibilities here. Good visibility, it looks like, for Monday during the eclipse time frame. It starts around 121 and lasts maximum around 247. That's about 90% of the sun being covered up here in Norfolk. Temperatures dropping 3 to 5 degrees just within that time frame of a couple minutes when we're at that 90% coverage. And then it goes slowly away through 4 o'clock. Good visibility at that point, too. Looking for a high that day around 90 degrees. All right, down to the tropics now. We have a new tropical storm, Harvey, developed yesterday evening, and it will remain a tropical storm, although strengthening some as it heads westwards towards Central America, possibly making landfall somewhere in the middle to end of next week. But at the end of that track, you notice how it jogs a little bit farther north. If it makes it into the Gulf of Mexico, things could get interesting the middle to end of next week there. Also, right on the heels of Harvey could be Irma. Right now, 70% chance in the next 48 hours we see that become a named system, and we put some of the models on that. Each line you see there is a different computer model rendering, and all of them in pretty good agreement, taking it off towards the north and west, north of Puerto Rico, and possibly by the middle to end of next week, somewhere along the Florida coastline, and maybe even the southeastern seaboard or into the Gulf of Mexico. Still plenty of time for this to change and adjust due to the changing atmospheric conditions, but certainly something to watch, but not for a while. Here closer to home, our main concern, the heat and humidity today. We haven't been there in several weeks, really since July, that we had our heat index values over 100, and today we are heading there. 79 out the door already with a dew point of 77. Region-wide, you're really in the mid to upper 70s out there. It's warm, it's sticky. We've been this way pretty much all week. 78 in Portsmouth, 81 now in Edenton. So your Skyview camera outside right now, nice and quiet out the ocean front. Heat index values 100 to 105, just below heat advisory criteria. You need 105 or better. Probably should issue one, but I'm not the National Weather Service. Isolated storms do develop later on today, and some of those could be on the strong to severe side. Weekend looking pretty good. I think that front clears the area later this evening, allowing some sunshine to work in here tomorrow. Here's those heat index values around the lunch hour, already surpassing 100 degrees. It'll feel like getting as high as 105 to maybe 106, 107 in certain spots later today. Storms come on in later tonight. That should cool things down just a little bit. There's that front off to our north and west, moving over the mountains now. Not a particularly strong front, but it's going to interact with the heat and humidity in place, and that, of course, will fire off some storms for us here. Here's how it looks on Futurecast. Really going through the afternoon fine, out ahead of the main front, maybe a spotty shower or storm, but then the main line comes on through here overnight tonight and then sags off to the south and east by tomorrow morning, giving way to clearing. Not a whole lot cooler behind this front either. We'll still top out around 90 tomorrow afternoon. Marginal risk for those storms to be on the strong to severe side, say 3 p.m. and onwards through the overnight. You have to get up through Richmond and north of there to see that slight risk category go up. So 93 today, hazy, hot, and humid. Storms developing this afternoon and evening, and overnight, a breeze out of the south at 10 to 15. And then for tonight, down to 76, lingering showers. And tomorrow, clearing should work in, but still warm and humid. Upper 80s to low 90s, straight through to the middle of next week.